What is up, guys? Hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. And I am back, sort of, for now, just to get this done in time for the New Year's. This is the player rankings, and I have managed to carve out a bit of time during this busy period to get this done. And also, I am joined by Peter and Scott. So,
Hello.
welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, Silk was bugging me, so I have to get this done. So, if you guys don't know, this is the player rankings for the English-speaking European game. And so Tissier is not on this, unfortunately. He would definitely be on the list. But just a few disclaimers before we start. Number one, this is just for fun, so don't get salty. Number two, this is not indicative of player skill. So what we've done is we have taken the top cut rankings, basically, from each of the larger events, which we will go on to in a second, and attribute points for those who made top cut. So if you bubbled every single event and you deserve to be on some sort of player ranking list, you will not be on this list. So yeah, 3 names might be spelled incorrectly, or they might just be plain wrong. I went with what I had. If there are any corrections that need to be made, please leave it in the comments, and I will get those corrected for the future. Results might be wrong. I have checked them. Some of them might be slightly wrong. I'm not sure. Of course, if I knew, then I would have corrected it. But yeah, again, if there are any glaring errors, leave it in the comments below. And again, just to reiterate, this is just for fun, so don't get salty. This is not directed at any particular person.
That makes it sound like it's directed at a particular person, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
Yes.
well.
I can easily put in mind at least 1 or 2 people that could.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Peter.
Yeah,
I would be one of them. Why am I not on this list?
Right. The other thing is I've only done top 50, so there are
I was
84 in total, I think, around that.
That's
So
not bad.
Peter and I were in the top 84, but we're not in top 50. Yeah. So this so this is the scoring formula which we put together. So Peter, myself, Nathan Mills, and Harry Briggs, we sort of all worked on this or contributed to this, and this is what we came up with. It's not perfect, far from it, but I think if we wanted to have a very accurate scoring system, it would get very complicated, and we'd have to use some sort of chess formula.
We would need to use Elo or something along those lines, and that would require us to know who played who at every single event. We would need to have the pairings, we would need to input all that information. That'll just get too complicated. Usually programs do that for us, like I know Magic System does that, but
Yeah.
in this case I don't think.
Yeah,
we
so
would be
I mean,
able to do
unless we had access to the Bando database, this wouldn't have. We wouldn't be able to do that. So what we have done is simple win, draw, loss. So win is 3 points, draw is 1 point, and loss is 0 points. Just as you would have in any event in a Swiss format. And then you subtotal the points. So Swiss score plus top cut score. So let's say it's a top 16 cut, you make it into top 16, then you get your Swiss score points added to your total. And then if you made it into top 8, you get another 3 points for winning the extra round, and so forth. So you would get an extra 12 points for winning the event, in addition to your Swiss score. And then that total is multiplied by the players at the tournament, which gave weighting to the larger tournaments as opposed to the smaller ones. Although we have only included tournaments which had 50 or more players and were best of 3. So Shenron Cup was a best of 1. Yeah, so that hasn't been included in this.
Has
So yeah.
UKGE been included in this?
Yes. So part of the problem that we had with the scoring formula was UKGE, which became quite a bit of an outlier because it was a large tournament. So it was 131, I believe. I'll do that in the
It
next
was
slide.
over 120, yeah.
Yeah, and basically we had 4 rounds of Swiss and then cut into
And
top
top
16. So 50% of the tournament was Swiss and then 50% of it was top cut, which was crazy. And I don't know if you guys can hear my daughter screaming in the background, but yeah. So yeah, UKGE was crazy, which is why we kind of went for this because I had a conversation with Nathan because Jason, his teammate, won the event and he went 8-0 throughout the whole day, and we felt that needed some sort of recognition. But at the same time, with it being 4 rounds of Swiss, it was very hard to establish the top 16 as consistently top players and give them a really high score for the event as well.
Yes, because I remember there was a lot of players there, very consistent players from UK that actually didn't top because they were X1.
Yeah, there were so many people in the bubble. It was ridiculous at that event. So that's the only sort of outlier, and we felt that this system, this formula that we have come to, does kind of reward accordingly, and it rewards players accordingly to the event. But of course, there will still be some weighting issues. If you guys, the viewers, have any improvements, then again, drop it in the comments below. And also tiebreakers. So I've got the example there on screen, so you can work that out yourselves. Tiebreakers. First one is number of tops, and then highest placing, and then any other comparable, direct comparable with the 2 players who are tied. The only thing for number 3 would have been the Brussels Invitational. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Did it actually matter?
It did for a couple of them.
So nice to hear.
And so the tournaments that we have included are it's the Nottingham BCC, which was kind of just like a glorified locals. But Liam did a great job and managed to put in 53 players for that. So we included that in. The European Open Championship, this was Manchester in February.
Yep.
UKGE singles.
You have a wrong number there, though.
What for?
Open Championship, there was 249.
I'm sorry. I can tweak.
Because there was 7 French players that showed up and they couldn't play. It was 7 and the limit of the players was 256.
Yes, I contacted Tournament Center. The figure they told me it was that, but they couldn't tell me how many French players got disqualified. So I went with 250. I'm one off, so that really shouldn't make any difference.
I think they might just checked how many tables there was.
Yeah.
And they didn't check if there was a buy.
Right. Okay. But
that's my guess.
Yeah, it's close enough.
About that.
250. That's fine. UKGE singles. Again, not including teams events into this because I think they're fundamentally different games. So I wouldn't think it was fair to add teams into this. Frankfurt large prelim. We went for 96 players on this one because there were a lot of players who signed up but then didn't actually show up, and 96 I believe was the amount of players that sat down.
120 minus 28, so it's 94 exactly. No, yes, 94.
94.
Sorry. Because I was doing those numbers, I was a scorekeeper there.
Thanks for telling me this in advance, Peter, because
after the fact,
I definitely did ask.
I think I told you, but never mind.
Again, we can make tweaks for that, but 96 is what we've gone for. LPG 7-star.
Yay, the only unofficial event here.
Yes.
I'm quite sure that the 4-star should also be there.
We'll double check on that. We can add it in if we got the numbers for it. 4-star was what? Manchester or Bristol?
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
That was Nottingham.
Oh, Nottingham.
No,
right.
not 4-star, 3-star.
Okay,
Priest.
we'll look into that.
Let me.
That's the one we played on stream at Seaton, and I played the wrong card, and then you got the 1-0 win.
Well, that was the no, that was
Was
Nottingham BCC. That was.
Ah,
That was
That's
BCC.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
confused.
Anyway, Barcelona, London, and then finals in Coventry. So this is what these are the tournaments that we have included so far. So, moving into the actual player rankings, we've gone 10 minutes without actually going over
Right.
rankings.
You're here for the rankings, but we're putting it off as long as we can.
Well,
any
the
good awards show.
video's going to end here. It's just over 10 minutes. Yeah. No.
See you
So,
next week.
I will be going for 10 places per slide until top 20. So 50 to 41. Here we actually have tied 46 place. Miguel Martinez, Ivan Perez, Clement Guez, Christopher Reyes. I'm sorry, guys. Javier Bustamante, Paulo Silva. So they all top 16 at the Barcelona events, and none of the others, I believe. So they're all there. And then we have Peter Dance, who got top 8 at UKGE, and Harry Briggs, who topped the Nottingham event and also UKGE as well. Ian Dickinson got top 16 at UKGE. David Perez was top 8 in Barcelona, and Jamie Wolf was he got top, I think it was top 8 in UKGE and something else which I've forgotten. But congratulations, guys. This is 50 to 41. A few UK players there, which is always nice to see.
No, UK players should be up high, right?
UK player, UK is a tiebreaker. So this was originally just a UK thing, but all the Europeans wanted in. So next up, so 40 to 31. Luis Carreras, again, this was a Barcelona top. Oliver Hopkinson was a UKGE top 4. Aston, who came second at UKGE. Raul was top 4 in Barcelona. And then Hugh Duck Nguyen, top 4 in Frankfurt. Jose Pontes, top 4 in Barcelona. Alberto Salas was second in Barcelona. Niall Coulson, who was he topped the LPG and the London third at the London prelim. In 30.
He also won one of the Nottingham LPG event.
Yes, I don't think that one. Well, we'll look into that. We might give him more points.
I'm just trying to find the numbers.
Was that the one he was playing Storm at?
He was playing Storm, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he beat me with Jiren. I was playing Jiren, and I was like, no! That would have been top cut if I beat him.
He won the whole event in the end, so.
I know. So that's less embarrassing. But Jiren was on a roll, man.
Yeah, so Niall, very good player.
Yeah.
Coming
like
33rd there. 32nd, Jason, who won UKGE. So this is, I guess this is probably the lowest place for, this is the lowest place for someone winning an event. But yeah, UKGE, as we mentioned before, that was 8 rounds in total, which is why Jason is here with this score. Uri won the Frankfurt prelim, and he is in 31st place. Then 30 to 21, in 30th place we have Joel Nevado Fermenti, top 16 at, I'm doing this from memory, I really shouldn't, I believe it's Frankfurt and Barcelona. Borja Sanchez, who won Barcelona. I think he was undefeated for the whole event.
Yes, he was.
He was, yeah. And
He was
then
playing Kappa, if I remember correctly.
nice. But yeah, very, very good, very good. 29th place.
They played an exact mirror in the finals.
Nice.
Because two friends playing the exactly same deck.
Well, it means the deck worked.
Yeah, clearly does.
And then in joint 27th, we have Kai Budersky and Blaine Perry. Blaine, who no longer plays the game. Both top 16 in Manchester. And then in joint 24th, we have Dennis Andronicus, Shenron Maidens, top 16, again in Manchester. Usman making it in there, joint 24th. Shout out Usman. And Ollie Hickey as well. All of them made top 16 in Manchester. In 23rd place, we have Brad Hickey, who was also top 16 in Manchester, but he got that top 4 split in the LPG 7
star, yes.
Yeah.
He was also one of the champions of our, I think, second tournament.
Yes,
The 1-star Dragon Ball tournament, yes.
Yes, I believe so. But yeah, again, Brad is a very good player. He just doesn't actually go to that many events. And I think if he would be higher up on the list if he did go to more events. And then we're starting to get into the finals rankings now. Charlie Mulholland and Mateus Palmer, both top 16. So I put the asterisks next to their rank here because they have the exact number of points as each other. But I've tie broken. Their tiebreaker was Brussels, which was only 48 players. So technically that doesn't count, but it is a direct comparable. So that's how I rank them. You can take them both as 20th because 20th was also on this tiebreaker. Or you can take them as 22nd, 21st, and 20th. That's up to you guys. But I have going to top 20 now. I have
we got pictures now.
Got pictures, yeah. I had to do Wim the Solid and put him in the top 20. Hi, Captain. So Wim there, 5,000.
Oh, now we know why Vim made it to the 20th place, right?
Yeah.
Slightly, maybe slightly biased there.
Slightly, just slightly.
No, not gonna lie, but he did get third in the Invitational, so
that's true.
Fair play. And then we have Johnny Chow in 19th with 5,500 points, top 8 in Manchester, and second in Swiss as well. Which is why he has a high points count.
Oh yes, I remember him. He was the pan player, wasn't he?
Yes, he was the man player. Remco in 18th place, 5,815 points. He was top 16 in Manchester and also top 8 at Games Expo. He did beat me in the final round of Swiss.
And why is his highest ranking top 16?
He actually was he top 16 or top 8 in the UKG. I am gonna check.
What? We get to see Sichin's browser.
I am gonna check. So
here's all the secrets of my wife hates games.
Yeah, except
you just revealed the top.
Except you guys. I mean, you guys can see it, but this isn't on OBS, so the viewers are still looking at.
We've got the spoilers here.
At that slide, you've got the spoilers there. So Remco was top 8 actually. Yeah, so that is an error there. My apologies, Remco. Highest rank is top 8.
Here.
I'm sorry, I had to disrespect Remco because he beat me, and I didn't make top cut.
Again, not biased. Not biased at all.
Feud of 2020, Remco versus Ethan. Money match. Yeah.
Remco, stop dodging me, man. Right.
It'll make it worth your while.
Oh yeah. So 17th to 15th, Nathan Mills in 17th, 5,836.75. Top 4 split in the LPG 7-star and also top 8 at Euros. And above him is Dav. This is why I wanted Nathan on the video, just so I could ask him how it feels to have Dav just one place above him. But
Just with one top as well.
with one top, yeah, fourth place with Pan, of course, at in Manchester.
Okay.
But yeah, I think those two. I mean, those two have been friends for ages, so they'll have a good laugh about that. And in 15th place is Ryan Sheldon, who of course got top 8 in Coventry, 6,216 points. So far,
And
not
he didn't
too
make
many.
it to Brussels in the end.
Yeah, see, he said it just wasn't worth it for him. It wasn't
Yes,
worth his
'cause-
while, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
it was expensive to get there.
it was.
And no one wanted to make it worth his while.
But yeah, not too many uses of the tiebreakers so far. In terms of the points, it's generally quite clear cut. And 12th to 14th place. 14th we have Sandy Cater. You know what? I asked everyone for a photo, and this is what he wanted. He wanted me to use this one.
Well, that's a good for accurate, very accurate.
So Sandy, of course, third place at the European Open, only one top, although he will say he has topped more because he's won 2 teams events, which is fair enough.
Which are not here.
Yeah, but we've not included them, unfortunately. But yeah, Sandy's still there, in 14th place, and he bubbled in Frankfurt as well. So, you know, sure he's very
Yes,
happy
I know.
about
I remember because he was having an issue with that with me.
that.
See what? Why? I don't understand why everyone always comes to me to explain how the standings work. But always, in Brussels was the same when Michael came to me and asked why was he, I think, 12th or something?
What, Silk?
Yes.
He's 12th, is he? Oh, I don't remember.
He was like 12 or something, but he had the same score as Wim, because Wim was the only person with that score that made the top 8.
Oh, you mean top cut in Brussels? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean there's various.
Yeah, but he
cash-
came.
tiebreakers.
He made, as soon as he seen the standings, he made the beeline for me and asked why was he 12th. And it just happened. Sandy did exactly the same thing in Frankfurt. As soon as he seen that he bubbled, he made the beeline for me and asked why did he bubble?
To be fair, Sandy's situation in Frankfurt was very, very tight. It's
Yes,
basically it was as tight as it could have been.
Yeah, it was just a couple of percent, but you know,
Yeah.
it's luck of your opponents really. Depends.
Well,
who you're
no,
playing
he was
against.
on the same opponent percentage as 2 people who made it into top cut.
Was it on the game 1 or something?
I don't know what it was.
The program, there was something, but the program
Yeah.
also checks, for example, if you won 2-0 or 2-1.
But all right, okay. But anyway, unlucky Sandy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're over it by now.
I'm not.
And then in 13th place we have Imad Kashi, who made top 8 in finals. And Manhim in 12th place, who also made top 8 in finals as well. They are also separated by their Brussels placings.
Yeah.
Because Manhim got top 8 in that as well.
Yes. I think he lost to Tisia, didn't he? No.
Everyone lost it this year.
Yeah, that just was. I mean, that was a good call, right?
No, I don't know. It was Hit. Everyone saw Hit and they thought it was free, right? And then they got destroyed.
Yeah, but no one had a side for. Because I was talking to Joe later on.
Yeah, no one played Unexpected Turn, right?
Yes, no one sided for veggies. Everyone sided for the Broly veggies. No one sided for the
Hit veggies, yeah.
for the hit veggies, for the aggro veggies.
Yeah.
Either hit or kappa, really, because both are aggro.
But
Well.
Hit's doing it with style.
Well, no. Tissio was very worthy. Of
No,
winning
I'm
that
not saying no.
event.
He made a really good choice, but the proof is we had 2 hit players on the day,
Yeah,
and one
I
of
mean
them
he
faced against
beat.
players that didn't let him win.
I mean, Tissio beat. I'm pretty sure he beat Diego. He beat Wim. I think he beat Manhim. He beat Joe.
He beat Joe twice.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Because
I mean,
he was
these
the only loss
guys.
that Joe had in the Swiss.
Yeah, these guys are really high
Yeah.
placed on this particular rankings.
Yeah. Oh, no one is taking away from his win in Brussels. It's just an interesting choice he made for the deck.
Yeah, it was. But he played that in the French nationals. We saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
he
that.
also-
Well, we had that information before the event. So.
But it's also the fact that no one sided against him. He was lucky that no one in the top 8 actually had a side against that hit.
Yeah, fair enough. You have to have a bit of luck.
Yeah.
In
Important skill.
tournaments anyway. Yeah, it is an important skill. Make sure you get your super combos. Make sure you don't mill your key pieces. It's a very important skill. And we are moving to 11th place to 9th. Here in 11th place we have Adam Evans. Of course, he was top 4 in the UK GE and also top 16 in Coventry with Soul Striker. If you haven't checked out the deck profile, go check it out.
Shameless plug.
Most people have probably seen it by now. But,
And he brought the starter Gogeta to
he did.
Brussels Invitational.
He did.
He didn't do very well, but
He went 3-3, which I guess is respectable.
Yeah.
Given the caliber of players that were there.
I was actually surprised that no one dropped throw the whole day
Yeah.
in Brussels.
I mean,
Everyone played until the end.
If you're traveling to Brussels for a
There was also no
48-man
side
event,
and you were dependent on the shuttle to go back to the hotel.
yeah, you might as well play. And in 10th place, Anthony Vale. Of course, you guys know Anthony.
Yeah.
Top 8 in Frankfurt and also top 16 in Coventry. There was in 10th place. And then in 9th is Jet Yao, who came 4th in Coventry at 7,770 points. Jet also didn't go to Brussels.
Yes, he was the last minute drop, I think.
Yep. But
because we had one no-show and that was Jet.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, so he didn't tell people he wasn't going.
Yeah.
Ah.
No one knew that he's not coming. Everyone was convinced he's coming, and he only, I think it was on Thursday or on Wednesday before the event, that we got information that he won't be coming. And I don't know if it was private matters or something like that, or if he was not planning to come at all in the first place.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, irrespective of that, Jet is in 9th place. So congratulations, guys.
He did well in the finals.
He did. And then 8th place we have Nathan Hills, who got split top 4 at LPG, and it was top 8. Was it top 16? Top 8.
Top 16.
In the finals as well. Very skillful player, Nathan.
Yeah.
He is still, I guess he's still relatively new to the game, in comparison to some of the people who've been playing. And he's just a very good player. He's very calm, very collected.
Important piece of information is that Nathan Hills is mostly a Magic player.
Yeah.
And that's where majority of his mindset comes from. He mostly plays in like bigger Magic events, which is totally different mindset towards bigger Dragon Ball events.
Yeah. So I think some of the comments on Facebook have been coming up. If you want to beat Hill, just play really jank spice decks, and he won't know what you're trying to do.
I don't think that's exactly true.
Chance.
I think if you're going to play a junk deck, what's going to happen is he's going to be reading every single card a couple of times just to make sure he understands how everything works. So
yeah,
you're just
but
going to lose the time on that.
If you don't know the cards, you don't know the cards.
Yeah.
Hills though in 8th, and Diego taking 7th place. He was of course the winner of Coventry at 9,324 points. He is the second European champion.
Yes.
And Diego again, very strong player. He did very well in Coventry.
He did.
I mean, he won,
Obviously.
of course, but he played against strong players, and his Swiss record was good in that as well. He was X2, I think, for Manchester, so he could have. There was a chance of him making it into top for that, so unfortunately not. So he only gets points for his Coventry standing.
In Manchester, no one with X2 made the top 16. There was a clean-cut top 16.
Yeah.
16 place
No,
being X11. I know because I was X2 in Manchester as well.
Yeah, but there were. I mean, what I meant was if things sort of went his way in one of the matches, then he could easily have made top.
If I played against Morgan Ember, I would easily top as well.
Oh yeah, same with me, because we played hand control.
That's exactly. No, sorry. In your case was if you remember to charge.
Hey, I drew that game. I drew that match.
Yeah, you should win that game.
It was against Pan.
You lost because you forgot to charge.
And you got a win against someone using flute.
Oh, that was round 1, yeah, when I played flute, and I was like,
oh yeah, I remember that.
Judge. Yeah.
There's a flute.
He
He didn't even play it though, did he? If I remember correctly, he just milled it or dropped it or something.
Yeah, I think he discarded it or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then 6th place is Casper, who his highest rank is 2nd, but that was in Manchester and in Frankfurt. And actually, he got 2nd in teams in Frankfurt as well.
Yes, mostly because he couldn't play and he wanted to go home.
Yeah, they had a really long drive home.
And we had a very ridiculous situation there.
Well, they played their game, Peter. We'll leave it at that.
No, they were forced to play the game, although it's not actually necessary. They can scoop at any point.
They sat down and they played. That's
yeah,
what
but they didn't need to.
Yes. Okay.
That's the point. They didn't need to. They were forced to do that, which I found a bit.
But yeah, Casper in 6th place there. Again, one of the very top players in Europe. Unfortunately, he didn't do that well in Coventry, but I'm sure he'll come back strong next year, and maybe he will win one of the events and break this 2nd duck. And then now we have like proper. Here we go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
5th place.
He has a sexy T-shirt, I must say.
I know, right? Represent.
Joe in 5th place. I remember playing Joe for the first time actually at one of the LPG events, and I just knew that this guy was good at the game. Yeah. And I've listed some of his other highlights this year. So top 4 in LPG 7-star. That's counted into his points total. Top 60 in the large London prelim. 3rd place at the Coventry finals. He was 2nd place in the teams event at Games Expo, and he won the LPG 6-star, which was only just short of making it in, right? You had a decent turnout for that, didn't you? But not quite 50. And
no,
also,
I don't think so. 6-star was fairly small one. There was like 30 people.
Okay, that's not bad.
Look, at that point, for any unofficial event, if I have more than 20, I'm happy. Because I have no promo packs anymore. I'm just giving normal packs now.
And also, of course, Joe was 2nd place at the European Invitational in Brussels, losing out to Tissier, obviously, because he beat everyone. And Joe's Swiss record, I've put their Swiss record in just for fun. 16 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. So that's an 80% win ratio in Swiss. I wish I could get anywhere near that.
It's actually pretty good.
It is really impressive. And just a really nice guy to meet and talk to about the game.
Yeah.
Just
He's a really cool guy.
All around brilliant beacon of the game.
Yes. So, congratulations, Joe, in 5th place. And in 4th place, we have Augusto, our first European champion. Of course, he won the European Open in February in Manchester, and also he was top 8 in Coventry as well, so an extremely consistent performer in the 2 largest events. I don't think he entered any of the other events that we
I don't think any events that we know of.
Yeah, none of the qualifying events for this video anyway. So he's topped whatever he's entered, according to our data. Swiss record 13 wins and 3 losses, so 81%, slightly higher than Joe's. Again, I would love to be anywhere near that sort of number.
Just get good.
Yeah. And so
Just get good.
Yeah.
get good. Yeah. I used to be good.
Then you have an excuse.
Yeah.
But then I
that's true.
took an arrow to the knee.
Oh God! Let's bring that back for 2020. I'm all about that.
So, going into top 3 places, have you guys got your predictions in?
Okay.
We haven't seen Aaron.
Have we seen Silk?
No, we haven't.
Okay, so Aaron's got to be higher than Silk
I'm
Really?
not sure.
because of
But
Aaron's
Silk-
Swiss record.
Yes, but
Surely.
Silk won
I did win, didn't he?
preliminaries.
But
On the
that
other
was a
hand, Aaron-
lower event.
Aaron
Like,
got
wasn't it-
first in Swiss, in European, and then he got second place in Coventry.
And he is
So
got
Aaron's
it.
going to be higher, but I have no idea who's the third one. I can look it up in the files. But
Yeah.
I think that's
Right.
against the
and then
point.
we're missing someone.
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
missing
yeah,
someone.
I mean, yeah, Peter, don't ruin it for Scott. Scott hasn't seen the files.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Fair enough.
Alright.
In third place, we have Silk. It's Silk in third place. So, 14,586 points. Of course, he very, probably the most consistent player. Or maybe arguably. Top 8 in the European Open Championship, top 8 at the LPG 7-star, top 16 in Frankfurt, winner of the London Prelim, top 16 in finals as well. And he bubbled 12th. Was he 12th in Brussels?
I
And
think he was 12th in Brussels, yes.
yeah, and just very consistent. He has his critic, and so Silk's Swiss record: 28 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. That's 82%. Again, slight improvement from Augusto in 4th there, and Silk. He's definitely improved, I think, since the beginning of the year, and he has adapted his decks extremely well to all the different formats. And
He still plays baby.
Yep.
well, I mean, Baby's the best deck now, so arguably.
Not yet,
But
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, I
oh
mean,
yeah, the set is already out. God, I forgot the set is already out.
I know,
So,
right? It shows how much we've had a chance to place at 8, Peter.
No, I mean no one at our locals plays baby actually.
Oh, that's sad.
no, well,
I'm having my first match of set 8 on Thursday.
well, congratulations, Silk, on third
Yeah,
place.
well done, Silk. Great
Hopefully,
player.
you are satisfied with this.
Michael did well.
You would be on the pedestal, Silk. We
Yes.
don't have a pedestal, so it's a figurative one. Take that in your stride.
We need to make one.
We should get pedestals.
Okay,
Yes.
maybe for next year we'll do proper
Is
Is
prizes.
it in the budget? Is it in the budget, season?
I don't have a budget.
I do.
Pedestals
I-
next year.
I don't
I'm
get
making
any
it
money
my
for
deck
this.
sleepy.
So in second place, I don't think you guys you would know actually, but it's Raul Diaz Felguera.
Okay.
I say Silk is arguably the most consistent. Raul has been extremely consistent as well. Second place, 15,113 points. Top 16 in Manchester. He did. I think he went X1 in Swiss. Not sure. And then 4th place in the Frankfurt large prelim, and top 8 in Barcelona as well, along as being top 16 in Coventry. His Swiss record is 23 wins, 3 losses, and 3 draws. That's 79% win ratio. I guess perhaps I should have done a not lose ratio, win draw ratio. I don't know, but
Yes, because the win ratio should be only for the wins, right?
Yeah, so I mean, basically, he had 6 games which he didn't win, so that's why it's 79% rather than higher. But yeah, but Raul is. I've never had the pleasure of playing him yet, but he is extremely consistent. He's always popping up there in the top lists, and a very well-deserved second place. This was, I think between him and Silk, it was very, very close. And as I was sort of making sure all my scores were correct, I wanted to make sure these two had the correct placings.
And you'll never know why we're laughing.
That's for the people on Patreon.
Sure. And in first place,
Aaron Kopeck.
It's got to be Aaron. Yeah,
it's Aaron.
there we go.
Aaron right there. Aaron copying 16,120 points. So according to me, he's the best player in Europe.
Got into these 100% official scientific rankings.
Non-biased.
Non-biased.
Because it's not like they're in the same team, right?
Nope, not at all.
Definitely not.
No bias.
So top 8 at the European Championship in Manchester. He was XO in Swiss as well, which is why he's got really high scores there. Top 8 at the Games Expo, and second place in Coventry in the finals. Aaron, again, same as Augusto, he has topped everything that he's been in, that we have recorded anyway. So clearly, if he didn't top, I didn't record it. No. His Swiss record is a joke. 18 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. So his only loss in Swiss has been to Diego in Coventry, and that's it.
And that's who he lost to in the finals as well.
In the finals,
yeah. But he beat Diego in Manchester. So
it's quite fitting.
Yeah, I guess Diego got his revenge, unfortunately. I mean, well done, Diego. Congratulations and all, but
no bias
Aaron's,
whatsoever here.
You know.
We're a professional outlet.
I don't get paid. This isn't professional. There's no money involved. But
is that what Aaron told you to say? When he paid you?
No. But yeah, congratulations, Aaron. First place, 90% win ratio in Swiss, absolute monster. And so the guys in Leeds, you're gonna get that poster done right, because you guys were telling me you're gonna make a poster and then stick it up in the store. That'll be cool. I'm sure he'll be very pleased with that.
I think so would you.
So that is it, guys. Congratulations to everyone who placed. Leave your comments below whether you think I should continue this and just keep updating this, or that I should do a reset right now. I do feel I am leaning towards continuing this because the data isn't that extensive currently, and I guess the players would still be relevant, I think, going forward. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
I think you shouldn't continue it because it's going to put people who are playing for longer at a higher advantage point.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. View it as seasons, I think it's a better way of doing it. You could have like a concurrent one, right? But
just make more work.
Seasons, like annual seasons would be better because then you don't have. Because right now,
do a Hall of Fame,
you have someone new entering
a Hall of Fame,
If you have someone new entering the fray, then suddenly they need to compete against those 50 people, and they need to top an event that has at least 200 players to even be on the list.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll do a poll on Facebook. See what people think.
Tell.
Yeah, and of course, if there are any amendments that need to be made, then drop it in the comments below, and I will respond accordingly. So that is it. I hope you guys all have a very nice New Year's. Maybe you'll get this maybe you'll watch this before New Year's. Not sure. But thank you, Peter, and thank you, Scott, for coming on.
Yeah, it's not a problem, mate.
Pleasure.
And also, just a shout out to the guys, everyone who helped me with this. Of course, as I said, Peter, Nathan, Harry, and then people who have helped me with the data as well. Raul Falguera, Remco, Max, Tournament Center, Card Market. I'm sure Augusto. I'm sure I'm missing out on people, but it's been very fun making this. Hopefully you guys have all enjoyed it as well. Leave those likes, share it with your friends, share it with the Americans, get some hype going, and yeah, remember to sub for more content. I will see you guys next year.